and all of my fingers down on the way that I feel. I am a whole grown woman with a very high IQ. I know how to move. I know how to operate. I know how to make my own executive decisions. I have a very skilled thought process, and I don't need anybody to tell me anything about people that I've already gotten to know. James has never showed me anything. PD3.
I ain't gonna be able to do it. Moving on to Manny. We're moving on past you, Gurnter.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead. Because I can't even cuss.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cuss. For her to say that, because I see him comb his daughter's hair, take him fishing, and all that, girl, that doesn't mean that he won't commit as essay. Okay, I think a lot of times too, when we're having these conversations, I think it's so easy for people to go and just get some facts when you come and bring these conversations forward. We have to be real. A lot of essays go unreported. A lot of them, and when they are reported, the women, the victims are not believed. And these are things that happen. So, and because he bought him a bouncy house and stuff, like, Asia baby, are you okay?
She's not okay, Frankie. She's not okay because she's just up here talking. Apparently she doesn't have kids. But moreover, is you're the reason that a lot of these children go unseen and unheard. She is one of those women that these children go unseen and unheard, and they don't speak up because you have women like this. This is why I said she's a sweep under the rug type of female. First of all, you out here popping pops, and most people don't come on here and start fronting their kids on this app because we on messy side of TikTok. Ain't nobody putting their kids on here, but people know what they doing with their kids. You don't know what none of these fathers is doing with their kids on this app. You don't know. Because over here on messy side of TikTok, we are 100% know that it is 95% women over here. So you're not going to see too many men over here out here doing what they do with their kids. We do have wonderful men that take care of their kids. And please don't tell me about no motherfucking materialistic shit. You need to come a little bit better than that than sitting up giving some materialistic shit. Because that don't make no sense. We don't give a damn about no damn bounce house. We don't give a damn about you sometime in combing hair. We don't care about none of that. The fact of the matter is we're on this app wanting to make sure those children is taken care of. And if that mother is not in a mental state, nor him, then those children do not need to be under their care. Period. How do you get on here to come and say out of your mouth that y'all need to teach y'all daughters not to be sleeping with? Are you serious? Or you just saying shit for attention? Because it looks like you're just looking for attention and you want to be a character unlocked and you're not doing too well. Because that don't make no goddamn sense to even say that. Now, how does this man say on the very first live, because we got it in Fort Clay on the clips, that he was attracted to her, that he told her he wanted to eat her out, and that he was doing a training course. So again, we're going to ask the mama, is after this man came to tell you what he felt about your child, why were you in alliance for a training knowing what he said? But yet her boyfriend has to call you to tell you what she called to tell her boyfriend happened to her. You asked her and then you wanted her to show again and allow him to show it again and slay on top of her. And the mother fixes her mouth to turn around and say she didn't bite back. She didn't do anything. Make this make sense. Her age has nothing to do with what she there is a crime that still happened, period. The boyfriend, shouldn't that boyfriend already not be even looking at that daughter in that shape or fashion or form? Whether she made a pass or not, shouldn't he be able to say that ain't it? Because that ain't it. A PSA that you mothers need to teach your daughters not to be sleeping with the boyfriend. Shouldn't that boyfriend already not be even looking at that daughter in that shape or fashion or form? Whether she made a pass or not, shouldn't he be able to say that ain't it? Because any real man gonna say that ain't it. Oh no, you got to get your daughter because something going on. You don't just proceed. Then that was something you wanted anyway. Friend already not be even looking at that daughter in that shape or fashion or form. Whether she made a pass or not, shouldn't he be able to say that ain't it? Because any real man gonna say that ain't it. Oh no, you got to get your daughter because something going on. You don't just proceed. Then that was something you wanted anyway. Because if you ain't man enough to brush her off and let her know what it is, and that's not what it's gonna be, then you ain't a man your goddamn self. The hell?
Your baby. Because if I come to you and I tell you that I was touched without consent, and you sit up and tell me, oh, well, you know what? Your baby. Because if I come to you and I tell you that I was touched without consent, and you sit up and tell me, oh, well, you know what? He's a good man. He combs his daughter's hair and he takes them fishing and he buys bouncy houses. You're dangerous. You're dangerous. You old pick me black women be dangerous as hell. For real, for real. Y'all need to stay away from these younger black women. Y'all are a danger to them. Y'all don't need to go to the cookouts with them creepy uncles either. Y'all need to keep y'all butts at home. For real. Stay away. This is why we don't have those things no more. Because us as millennials, we know it. Hey, we ain't letting y'all around our kids. We ain't putting y'all in the same room.
I leave the whole goddamn family behind playing around these kids today.
Exactly. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead, Em.
At the end of the day, she wasn't even saying that he was taking children fishing. She was trying to draw a jab at another content creator. The bottom line is you don't know what none of these men do with their children on this app. For you to be sitting acting like you a therapist, you work for the Fed, you the judge, you the jury, you ain't none of that. So why are you in this trying to get on this app and sound like you just so smart when you sounding dumb? Have you ever heard that saying, when you so smart you dumb? Because that's what you sound right now. Because you got in your feelings so quick that you said, well, y'all need to be teaching y'all daughters not to sleep with your man. Wait a minute. First of all, that man should even be looking at a daughter in that form. Second of all, he should be able to tell that, hey, I'm your stepdaddy. I'm with your mama. Let me explain these feelings you have, and it's not going to happen. That's what real men do. That's a two-way street, even with a mama. If that stepson is approaching, she better be smart enough to say, hey, that's what we not doing here. Yet you got your silly ass up here saying some shit, talking about beframing how y'all talking about me because I am a social media. No, you don't need whatever you got, ma'am. Because you're not hearing what you're saying. And you in your feelings right now. And the situation is wrong. Because if both parents knew exactly what it was, the question I would be asking is, what made you wait 4 years? And I'm on the mama ass more than the daddy. Because he ain't even her daddy. I'm wondering why mama waited 4 years to come and say something. And then you pick up the phone to call her and expect her to ride with you, and she done the opposite. And then you say, oh, you doing what your mama told you to do. But yet y'all both said that they called the boyfriend. So he knew the same time. So clearly she's not lying because she went and told her boyfriend first. So clearly there was no consent and she was uncomfortable. And more than likely she cried to him and told him what was done to her. And she more than likely said she wasn't going to say shit until she got back where she was. And the boyfriend decided, I'm going to call and say something now. But yet you training her. But the training, she wasn't happy with the training. But if y'all pay attention to what she said, it's the first time she got up to go see what was going on down the basement. She heard a whole bunch of banging and swinging, and she went down there and she stated that, she said she hurt her leg and that she was somewhat laughing. Then she says the second time she went down there, she was moaning. So clearly he had already worked her up that she better be okay with whatever was going on. Allegedly. But that woman as a mother didn't get her job done first and foremost.
Lock in.
Sitting on here talking about a motherfucking bouncy. What is a bouncy got to do with making sure you raising your kids correctly? What does a bounce house have to do with it? What is a couple times that you seen a ponytail been slapped up beside somebody's head? That ain't got nothing to do with it. You at them doctor's appointments? Is you doing all of this? Whoop-de-doo. There's a lot of men on here that take care of their kids. Whether they messy or not don't mean they don't take care of their kids. Talking about one damn picture of fishing. You don't know what that man does with his kids.
And if he's calling it, okay, I'm just going to keep it a buck. Calling it training, aka grooming, we all know what it is. But, okay, so you're saying that he was training her. how do we know that he's not training those other kids the same way? And what also stood out to me is how James is fighting so hard to get that oldest daughter too. Not Snapper's oldest daughter, his oldest daughter. I think it's very dangerous all the way around. There are little girls there. I don't care. I don't care if he's, oh, well, they're 18. No, you're weird, bro. You're weird. You're on some grooming stuff. You're telling these kids that it's training at a young age. So where does your training stop? Because you thought it was okay for you to do what you did. So you're probably telling those other little girls the same thing. I'm just gonna keep it above. That's
Yeah, she let out of her mouth, Frankie, that she mad she couldn't touch her stomach and she ain't pregnant though. What you need to touch her dang stomach for? And then he said she did something with his daughter. So what is y'all just playing tit for tat and y'all just, what y'all got going on inside this house? Yet we got this woman over here saying ain't nothing going on, but like we ain't heard the shit that fall out of both of their mouth for the last 2 days. Are you kidding me? All the crap that the two of them just said out of their own mouth and you over here trying to defend the shit they said out their own mouth. It don't make sense. You got to be doing something for some attention or something. Because the two of them was telling on each other the whole time. Let's get back to Manny, y'all. Part 1.